was a forest that whispered the world to sleep, where shadows were soft and the stars shone bright, and the trees hummed low in the hush of night. Each evening there walked a small fox named Luma, with quiet paws and a gentle humor, while others curled up and stayed in their den. She wandered the woods again and again. Held in her mouth was a lantern so small, casting warm golden light over moss, roots, and all. No one quite knew where the soft glow came from, but it lit every path she chose to roam. She stepped past flowers that closed for the night, and mushrooms that shimmered in pale silver light. The forest would soften wherever she'd go, as if it felt safe in her lantern's glow. One night she heard, in a trembling tone, a tiny voice crying, "I'm all alone." She followed the sound, both careful and slow, till she found a hedgehog curled up low. "I can't find my way, I'm lost in the trees. Everything looks the same to me." Luma stepped closer, her lantern held near, and the darkness around seemed to quietly clear. The hedgehog looked up at the warm golden gleam. "It feels like a light from a soft, cozy dream." Luma turned gently, then started ahead, and the hedgehog followed wherever she led. Through quiet green moss and branches that sway, she guided him safely along the way, until he exclaimed with a happy sigh, "My home is right there, I know it nearby." A burrow beneath a white oak tree stood, tucked safe and warm in the heart of the wood. "Thank you," he whispered, his fear drifting far. "Your light shines brighter than any star." Luma just nodded, then slipped out of sight, back into shadows, back into night. For she wasn't finished, not just yet. There were others her lantern had not helped yet. She'd passed sleeping deer and a dreaming hare, and now wide-eyed in the cool night air, wherever her lantern cast its glow, the forest grew calm and soft and slow. It brightened for those who felt alone, it dimmed where peace had already grown. It knew just how much light to give, to help every creature rest and live. At last, when the sky turned soft and gray, and night gently faded into the day, Luma returned to her quiet place, with sleep in her eyes and calm on her face. She set the lantern down to rest beneath her tree she loved the best, then curled up close with a peaceful sigh, as morning light brushed the waking sky. And if you feel lost when the world is still, or shadows creep in again, through the quiet tree. In a quiet room where the soft lights glow, lived a woman named Lila who longed for slow. Her days were loud with a constant race, deadlines and worries she couldn't erase. From morning light to the fall of night, she hurried along without pause or sight of the gentle things she used to see. The hush of stillness, the breath of bee. Her thoughts would buzz like a restless hive, keeping her wide awake, alive. And when she lay down, tucked in tight, her mind grew louder in the night. She turned a pillow, she pulled the sheet, listened to her own quick heartbeat. I just need rest, I just need sleep. But her thoughts ran on, both fast and deep. Outside her window, calm and slow, the moon began its silver glow. It poured its light in a steady stream, like quiet magic or a dream. It touched the floor, it kissed the chair, it lingered softly in the air. A gentle hush, a glowing tune sang from the light of the patient moon. In the corner curled, so small and gray, a sleepy cat had drifted away. Its whiskers twitched in a dream so sweet, its breathing soft, its rest complete. No worry lived behind its eyes, no tangled thoughts, no hurried sighs. It simply rested, calm and free, as peaceful as the night could be. Lana turned with a weary glance, caught in the moonlight's quiet dance. Why can't I be like the world so still? She whispered low, why must I feel my mind with things I cannot change? With every task, both big and strange. The room stayed silent, soft and kind, as if it waited for her mind. The cat then stirred just for a while, and stretched itself with a sleepy style. It yawned so wide, then blinked so slow, as if it had nowhere else to go. No rush, no need, no heavy pace, just quiet comfort in one small place. It circled once, then tucked in tight, and melted back into the night. Lila watched with softened eyes, and felt a calm begin to rise. She noticed then a breath, her chest, the gentle lift, the fall, the rest. So she tried softly, just the same, to breathe in slow without a name. Inhale the quiet, cool and deep. Exhale the weight she couldn't keep. Again and again, a slower flow, like drifting where the still winds blow. shoulders dropped, her jaw grew loose. Her racing thoughts began to reduce. The moonlight shimmered patient bright, a silent guide in the tender night. It didn't rush, it didn't demand. It simply glowed across the land, and one by one her thoughts grew thin, like fading echoes deep within. The noise of the day began to fade. All of the plans and choices she made, they slipped away like leaves downstream, carried off into a quiet dream. No need to solve, no need to hold, no need to rush or to be bold. Her body softened into the bed, like clouds beneath a drifting head. The sheets felt warm, the air felt light, everything eased into the night. The ticking clock no longer pressed, it simply joined the rhythm of rest. The world outside grew far away, like something from another day. The cat still dreamed in the shadowed nook, its tiny paws gently curled and took a place in sleep so soft and deep, a silent promise Lila could keep. Let go, the quiet seemed to say, let all the busy drift away. And so she did without a fight. She loosened her grip on the night. Her thoughts like feathers, light and slow, began to drift, began to go. Her breath the tide, both in and out, washing away each trace of doubt. The moonlight danced across her face, wrapping her in a calm embrace. No more noise, no more strain, just gentle peace, like falling rain. And in that hush so deep, so wide, she found a stillness tucked inside, a place untouched by rush or sound, where quiet dreams are always found. Her eyelids lowered, soft and sweet, asleep and silence gently meet. No sudden shift, no jarring leap, just drifting slowly into sleep. The room stayed calm, the night stood still, the moon shone bright beyond the hill. The cat slept on, the world at ease, all wrapped in a garden where the soft winds play. Lived a petal of pink on a flower one day. She swayed in the sun from morning to night, bathed in warm glow and silver moonlight. I'm part of something so lovely and bright. She'd whisper with joy at the beautiful sight. But what lies beyond this stem I call home? Is there more in the world where I've never roamed? The breeze heard her thoughts and gave a soft sigh. You'll learn soon enough, it whispered nearby. For change comes gently, both quiet and deep, even to petals who dream as they sleep. One cool morning as dawn kissed the sky, a stronger wind came lightly by. It tugged at the flower, both steady and slow, and loosened the petal who feared letting go. Oh no, cried the petal, I'm falling away. I'm leaving my flower, I cannot stay. She tumbled and twirled in a delicate spin, with fear in her heart and tears tucked within. The garden below seemed vast and unknown, no longer held by the place she had grown. But as she drifted through air soft and wide, she felt something new stirring deep inside. The wind became gentle, no longer so strong, as if it had known where she'd belong. It carried her lightly, calm and slow, to a quiet patch where wildflowers grow. She landed at last on the earth so still, no longer afraid, no longer ill. The soil was cool, the sun still warm, a brand new place, so different in form. She listened to crickets that sang through the night, and watched tiny fireflies flicker with light. The stars above shimmered patient and bright, as if guiding her heart to feel things were right. She whispered, perhaps this change isn't wrong. And for the first time she felt she belonged. Days drifted by, then weeks, then more, and something stirred beneath the floor. Where once she had fallen, small roots took hold. A story of change began to unfold. For from that petal, so fragile and small, a new flower grew, standing proud and tall. Its petals were brighter, its colors more wide, with wisdom and wonder blooming inside. And when the wind passed, it whispered once more, you feared the fall, but look what it's for. Though change may feel like losing your way, it often brings something brighter your way. In a quiet town where the night wind sighed, beneath soft stars in a velvet sky, there stood a tent with a lantern's glow, where whispered secrets would ebb and flow. Silk curtains swayed in the midnight air, with hints of jasmine drifting there, and painted signs in colors deep promised truth the soul could keep. Inside sat a fortune teller wise, with silver strands and knowing eyes. Her crystal ball shone soft and bright, like captured pieces of the night. Old cards were stacked beside her chair, each one a story waiting there. And gentle music, faint and low, moved like a quiet, steady flow. One evening came a weary soul, with heavy heart and dreams on hold. Their footsteps slow upon the ground, as if hope could not be found. I've traveled far, they softly said, with worry weighing in my head. I've lost my way, I cannot see what kind of life is meant for me. The fortune teller gently smiled, as if she'd known them all the while. Sit down, dear one, and you will see the future's shaped by what can be. She poured some tea in cups of gold, its warmth a comfort to behold. Before we look at what's ahead, tell me the dreams you've left unsaid. The seeker paused and spoke so low. Long ago I used to know a fire inside, a steady light that made me brave and made things right. But time went on and doubt grew near. It whispered softly in my ear, you're not enough, you'll surely fall. And slowly I believed it all. The teller listened calm and still, with patient heart and quiet will, and placed her hand upon the sphere and said, now watch, your truth is here. She waved her hand above the light, and visions shimmered in the night. Not golden crowns nor endless praise, but simple, strong, and honest days. I see you rising step by step, through every doubt you haven't met. I see you trying though afraid, and building dreams you once delayed. I see you fail, then try once more, each time becoming stronger than before. For every stumble, every bend is not your fault, but how you mend. The seeker leaned in, eyes so wide. Is that truly me inside? I thought my chance had slipped away, like fading light at end of day. The teller's voice was soft but clear. The path you fear is always near, but not to block or make you stray. It's there to help you find your way. The stars above don't write your fate. They simply shine and softly wait for you to choose, for you to start, to trust the voice within your heart. She turned a card, its edges worn. A new beginning can be born, not from magic nor from chance, but from your choice to take a stance. No storm can steal what you can grow. No wind can shake what roots will know. The strength you seek, the courage to have always lived inside of you. The lantern flickered soft and low as something warm began to glow, not in the glass nor in the air, but deep within, already there. The seeker felt their shoulders rise, a spark returning to their eyes. The weight they carried once so tight began to loosen in the light. I think, I feel it, they whispered slow. A quiet strength I used to know. It never left, just hid away, waiting for me to choose the day. Why the giraffe has a long neck. Long ago on a sunburned plain, before the clouds would bring the rain, lived a giraffe both kind and small, with just a neck not long at all. The rivers dried, the grass turned brown, the leaves stayed high, not falling down. And every day beneath the sky, the animals grew weak and dry. The giraffe named Lumo searched for food, but found no leaves to lift his mood. He stretched and stretched with all his might, but couldn't reach the branch's height. Beside him walked his faithful friend, a rhino strong from end to end. We need some help, said Rhino low. There's one who lives where few will go, a wise magician, old and true, who sees the world in every hue. Beyond the hill of stone and sand, he waits to lend a helping hand. So Lumo walked through dust and heat, with weary legs and dragging feet, until he found beneath a tree the one who held the mystery. The magician smiled, calm and wise, with starlight shining in his eyes. I know the reason that you're here. Your hunger's grown, your path unclear. From out a pouch he drew a drink that shimmered bright with gold and pink. This magic sip will help you grow, but use it well. That's all you must know. Lumo paused, then took a try, and felt a change begin inside. A gentle stretch, both slow and light. No pain at all, just upward height. His neck grew long, it reached the sky, past drifting clouds that wandered by. cheer. The highest leaves were now quite near. He took a bite so fresh, so sweet, a long-awaited leafy treat, and laughed beneath the glowing sun at all that he had now become. Back home he went to Rhino's side, who stared at him with eyes so wide. "You've changed," he said, amazed and proud. "You stand above us like a cloud." Lumo bent his neck down low, so Rhino too could eat and grow. And from that day, both near and far, he shared his gift with all who are. And when the rains returned once more, and green spread wide from shore to shore, the giraffes born in days ahead had long, tall necks like Lumo's instead. So if you see them stretch up high toward leafy trees against the sky, remember this, both kind and true: a change can lift not just you, but others too. In a quiet little town where the streetlights gleam, lived Nyla the kitten, with eyes like a dream. Her fur soft and dark, like the midnight sky, with a curious heart and a sparkle nearby. She lived with a family, warm and kind, who fed her and loved her and never declined. They cuddled her close at the end of each day, but Nyla loved chasing the world far away. One evening she spotted a moth in the air. It fluttered and danced without any care. She followed it quickly, her paws light and fast. Through a gap in the fence, she slipped through at last. The yard disappeared, the night opened wide, with shadows that stretched and nowhere to hide. The moth flew away, and Nyla stood still. I don't know this place, I don't know this hill. She meowed very softly and louder with fear, but no one she loved was anywhere near. The sounds felt too big, the world felt too wide, and a tear seemed to shimmer in each golden eye. She wandered past bushes that rustled and shook, past barking loud dogs. She was scared to look. Her tiny paws trembled, but still she pressed on, though hope felt like something already gone. Then up on a fence sat a cat old and wise, with slow knowing blinks and calm steady eyes. "Little one lost," he said with a purr. "I can tell by the way that you walk and you stir. I can't find my home," Nyla said with a cry. "I followed a moth and got lost passing by." The old cat just nodded, his tail swaying slow. "Then follow what's warm, the things that you know, the smells and the sounds that make your heart race. They'll lead you right back to your own special place." So Nyla walked on with her ears open wide. She listened and sniffed as she softly replied. A scent of clean laundry drifted her way, wind chimes that sang like they did every day. And faint in the distance, a voice called her name. "Nyla, oh Nyla." It sounded the same. Her heart gave a leap, her paws quickly flew. She ran through the night like the wind as it blew. Around one last corner, beneath porch lights' glow, her family stood waiting, their faces aglow. "Nyla," they shouted, their voices so bright. They scooped her up tightly, holding her tight. She purred like a motor, so happy, so warm, safe in their arms, away from all harm. At night as she curled in her favorite place, with soft cozy blankets and love to embrace, she dreamed of the moth and the world big and wide, but smiled knowing home was right by her side. For no matter how far little paws may roam, the heart always knows the way back home. The road didn't start with a map in his hand. It started as something he couldn't quite plan. A whisper, a pull, soft deep in his chest, saying go find the world, don't settle for rest. So early one morning, before light filled the sky, Eli packed up his bag with a quiet goodbye. No grand destination, no place he could name, just a spark in his heart and a flickering flame. The first steps were easy, the path felt the same. Familiar old streets, and each house he could name. But slowly the edges of comfort grew thin, and something much bigger was calling within. The pavement turned dirt, the signs disappeared, the silence grew louder, the unknown drew near, and doubt walked beside him with questions so sly. Why leave what you know? Why even try? But Eli kept walking, though unsure of the way, letting each step push the fear far away. On the fourth day, he reached towering trees, a forest that whispered through leaves in the breeze. The path grew so narrow it faded from sight, like stepping from day into shadow and night. He paused just a moment, then stepped through the line, leaving behind what was safe and defined. Inside, time shifted, grew quiet and slow, where minutes felt endless and nowhere to go. He knelt by a stream with a soft silver gleam, and stared at himself in the water's faint sheen. Not who he once was, not who they could see, but someone still searching for who he could be. He smiled just a little, though weary and worn, for something inside him was quietly reborn. The forest gave way to hills steep and wide, then mountains that tested the strength deep inside. The wind howled like voices that begged him to turn, while doubt in his chest began sharply to burn. There were nights he felt lost, like he'd gone too far, days where each step felt a battle of war, but still that same whisper, so steady and low, said you didn't come this far just to let go. One night on a ridge beneath stars shining bright, he sat in the stillness of soft silver light. The world stretched below him in shadows and gleams, like pieces of life stitched together with dreams. For the first time, he stopped chasing what's next. No worries, no fears, no thoughts left complex. He wasn't still searching or running or torn. He felt like himself, like something reborn. And there in the quiet, a truth made its way, not loud like a storm, but gentle as day. The journey's not found at the end of the road, it's carried inside in the steps that we hold, in doubts that we face, in fears we outgrow, in choosing each day just to keep on and go. So when morning came, journey itself was the very best part. And wherever he wandered, wherever he'd roam, he carried the road, and he carried his home. The road didn't start with a map in his hand. It started as something he couldn't quite plan. A whisper, a pull, soft deep in his chest, saying, go find the world, don't settle for rest. So early one morning, before light filled the sky, Eli packed up his bag with a quiet goodbye. The city never seemed to rest. It pushed and pulled at every chest. Cars would honk and engines roar, 1,000 feet on pavement pour. Lights would flash both red and green. The busiest place you've ever seen. Voices tangled, sharp and fast, each moment racing past the last. And in that rush lives someone there, with heavy thoughts and constant care. Each day a blur, each night the same, a spinning wheel without a name. Bills piled high, stress whispered low, keep moving fast, you can't be slow. Even silence felt too loud, like hidden noise beneath a crowd. So one long night, worn thin and deep, they chose at last to rest and sleep. They turned the world off, dimmed the light, and welcomed in the quiet night. They closed their eyes, let go of strain, and drifted past the noise and pain, into a place so soft and grand, a peaceful world called dreamland. No traffic roared, no sirens cried, just gentle calm on every side. The air was still, the sky was wide, with quiet drifting like the tide. A light rain fell so soft, so sweet, a steady rhythm, slow and neat. Pitter-patter, soft and slow, a soothing song the heart could know. Each drop would fall like whispered care, washing away each weight they'd bear. No rush, no clocks, no need to race, just peaceful time in that calm place. They walked along a glowing way, where night felt warm instead of gray, through misty fields felt no burden, felt no care. Ahead a castle shone so bright, with golden warmth and gentle light. Its doors stood open wide and free, as if it whispered, "Come to me." Inside was calm in every room, no stress, no rush, no sense of gloom. Soft blankets laid, warm candles glowed, and quiet comfort gently flowed. No bills to chase, no fears to fight, just peaceful rest and soft delight. A window showed the rain outside, as calm and still as evening tide. Patter, calm and light, a lullaby within the night. They sat and breathed so slow, so deep, a kind of rest they couldn't keep. And in that hush they came to see that peace had always longed to be. Not far away or hard to find, but tucked within a quiet mind. The rain went on, the moments stayed. No ticking clock, no plans to make, just gentle calm that softly grew and wrapped the world in something new. But soon the sky began to rise, soft morning light touched dreamland skies. The castle dimmed, the rain grew thin, as waking life came drifting in. They opened eyes to city sound, to honking cars and crowds around. But something deep had changed inside. The noise no longer felt so wide. Their breath was slow, their thoughts were clear. The heavy rush no longer near. And though the world still raced along, they carried with them that quiet song. Pitter patter, calm and light, a piece of calm, both day and night. Pitter patter, calm, both day and night. The city never seemed to rest. It pushed and pulled at every chest. Cars would honk and engines roar, 1,000 feet on pavement poor. Lights would flash, both red and green. The busiest place you've ever seen. Voices tangled, sharp and fast, each moment racing past the last. In a place no map could ever show, where quiet winds would softly blow, there lived a forest deep and wise, that watched the world with hidden eyes. They called it Vale of Whispered Trees, where secrets drifted on the breeze, and those who wandered just too near would feel its voice instead of hear. At first the woods seemed calm and bright, with glowing leaves of emerald light. The air was thick yet soft and slow, like time itself forgot to go. And if you paused and stayed a while, you'd feel the forest start to smile, not with a face or voice or sound, but something deeper all around. One evening, wrapped in fading light, as day gave way to gentle night, a traveler named Ellen strayed into the path the forest made. She didn't mean to lose her way, she planned to leave before the gray. But roads can bend and thoughts can shift, and forests have a quiet gift. The trees leaned in, the air grew still, as if the woods had formed a will, and softly, without force or plea, they drew her in so naturally. She stepped inside, the world grew strange, the light itself began to change. The leaves would shimmer faint and blue, as if they held a secret view. The mushrooms glowed along the ground, like tiny stars that had been found, and curling vines began to trace odd symbols time could not erase. But more than beauty caught her eye, it was the hush that lingered by, a silence thick, alive, aware, as though the forest watched her there. Hello, she called, her voice unsure. The stillness answered, calm and pure. A breeze moved through where none had been, and something stirred from deep within. A path appeared beneath her feet, inviting quiet, incomplete. So on she went, though hard unsure, drawn deeper into something more. The forest changed with how she felt, as if her thoughts within it dwelt. When memories of warmth would rise, gold light would dance before her eyes. She smelled of bread, of laughter near, of days that felt both safe and clear. The trees grew soft, the air grew kind, a mirror shaped from heart and mind. But when her doubts began to creep, the shadows darkened, stretched out deep. The path grew tight, the cold drew near. The forest echoed quiet fear. At last she reached a clearing wide, with something ancient at its side. A towering tree with spiraled grace, time etched within its winding face. Its leaves like stars began to gleam, not quite alive, not quite a dream. And at its roots a pool so still, it bent the world against its will. She stepped up close and gazed within, and felt a quiet pull all begin. For in the water clear and bright, she saw herself, but not quite right. She stood more strong, her shoulders high, a steady calm within her eye. The forest bent, not out of fear, but like it knew she did belong here. Who is that? She asked the all. The forest answered what she saw, a voice not heard but softly known, like truth that lived inside her own. The you that stands when fear is gone, the one you've held within all along. She stepped away, her heart unsure. I don't quite understand, she murmured. The leaves above began to glow, the water stirred in silver flow. You did not come by chance alone. This place reflects what you have grown. And though you think you lost your way, you found yourself within the gray. Then can I leave? She asked once more. The forest opened up a door, a path behind her, faint but clear, a way back out from what was here. Relief washed through her, calm and deep. She turned away, her pace to keep, but paused before she fully fled, and turned once more to what she'd seen instead. Will I return? She asked the air. The forest answered, calm and fair. They came from nowhere, no past, no trace, no memory lived, no time, no place. One breath began where none had been, and suddenly they opened in. Their eyes met skies so vast, so wide, with drifting clouds that slowly glide. They stood with balance, calm and still, as if their body knew its will. They raised their hands and turned them slow, studying lines they did not know. Each finger moved with quiet grace, a silent wonder on their face. They stepped ahead on softened ground, where living green was all around. The grass beneath their feet did sway, a gentle brush along their way. A breeze passed by, so light, so new. It carried scents they somehow knew, not by a name, but by a feel, a quiet truth that felt so real. A sound rang out above their head. They looked up high with cautious tread. Small shapes danced in open air, with wings that moved without a care. Beautiful, they softly said. The word just formed inside their head. They spoke again, unsure but true. Beautiful, they couldn't measure, each step a quiet, growing treasure. They touched the bark, both rough and strong, and felt where they might just belong. They found a stream that slipped away. No matter how they tried to stay, they placed their hand within its flow and watched it pass, yet never slow. Stay, they whispered, soft and light, but water vanished out of sight. They laughed a sound both pure and small, not knowing why they laughed at all. The sky then shifted gold to deep as daylight slowly fell to sleep. A feeling crept they'd never known to be so full and yet alone. They sat beside the fading gleam, lost in the hush of dusk's soft dream. The world was wide, but something missed, a silent gap they couldn't list. Then suddenly a step, a sound, not wind, not wings, but near the ground. They stood at once, their heart beat fast, a feeling new that rose at last. From trees emerged another face, another form, another place. They stopped and stared from where they stood, as if both knew, yet never could. A moment passed, both still unsure, yet something in them felt secure, like seeing truth without a name, like knowing both were just the same. Hello, the stranger softly said. The word felt warm, like light it spread. Hello came back, a gentle tone, no longer fully on their own. You're like me, the other spoke, as if the thought had just awoke. Yes, they said, though unaware of why that truth hung in the air. I just began, the first confessed, from nothingness to being blessed. The other nodded, eyes aglow. That's how I came, I do not know. A silence came, but not so bare, for now a presence filled the air. The trees, the sky, the stream, soft sound felt different now with two around. It's all so new, the first one said, with quiet thoughts inside their head. Yes, came the reply, calm and bright, each sound, each step, each fading light. They stood as one beneath the skies, with shared reflection in their eyes. No past behind, no path ahead, just all the unknown gently spread. What do we do? The first one asked, by wonders pulled, by future tasked. The other smiled, soft and true, as all things start, we learn what's new. They turned as one toward all they'd see, toward endless possibility. And side by side, where once was none, a world began for two, not one. In a forest deep where moonlight gleams, where rivers whisper ancient dreams, the trees would hum, the air would glow with magic only few could know. The leaves would dance in silver light, they shimmered softly through the night, and every path and hidden stream felt like a piece of someone's dream. Within this forest calm and bright, there lived a creature made of light, a unicorn with coat so fair, with stardust drifting through her hair. Her hooves would glow with every stride, soft echoes trailing by her side. Her horn shone bright, a guiding beam, like hope within a fading dream. She wandered through the woods with grace, a gentle soul in every place, where flowers grew beneath her feet and broken hearts would softly meet. But one dark night, the wind grew still, a sudden hush upon the hill. The forest dimmed, the glow turned gray, as shadows slowly crept their way. The streams ran slow, the birds took flight, the stars hid deep within the night. A quiet fear began to grow, where once there lived a steady glow. The unicorn felt something wrong, a silence where there once was song. So toward the dark she made her way, her shining horn a silver ray. Through twisted roots and branches tight, she moved ahead and faced the night, until she reached a barren land where life had slipped like grains of sand. A broken tree stood cold and bare, no light, no breath, no magic there. The forest heart had lost its spark and faded deep into the dark. The unicorn bowed low her head, and to the empty silence said, I'll give my light, I'll make it grow, I'll bring back all this forest glow. Her horn shone bright, a golden flame, it called the forest by its name. The light spread wide, both warm and true, and life returned in vibrant hue. The tree stood tall with leaves anew, the sky turned soft with shades of blue. The river sang, the wind took flight, and stars returned to crown the night. The forest breathed alive once more, like waves returning to the shore, and in its glow, both wild and free, lived peace beneath each ancient tree. The unicorn then turned away, her work complete by break of day. But in each breeze and shining trace, she left her light within that place. And if you walk where shadows gleam, you might just see her in a dream, a flash of light so soft and pure. The forest heart forever sure. forest deep where moonlight gleams, where rivers whisper ancient dreams. The trees would hum, the air would glow with magic only few could know. The leaves would dance in silver light. They shimmered softly through the night, and every path and hidden stream felt like a piece of someone's dream. Within this forest calm and bright, there lived a creature made of light, a unicorn with coat so fair, with stardust drifting through her hair. Her hooves would glow with every stride, soft echoes trailing by her side. Her horn shone bright, a guiding beam, like hope within a fading dream. She wandered through the woods with grace, a gentle soul in every place, where flowers grew beneath her feet, and broken hearts would softly meet. But one dark night the wind grew still, a sudden hush upon the hill. The forest dimmed, the glow turned gray, as shadows slowly crept their way. The streams ran slow, the birds took flight, the stars hid deep within the night. A quiet fear began to grow, where once there lived a steady glow. The unicorn felt something wrong, a silence where there once was song. So toward the dark she made her way, her far past the shore of a long, busy day, where gold fades to purple and light slips away. There walked a traveler, gentle and slow, a dreamer named Leo, with miles to go. Not just through valleys or hills made of green, but through noisy thoughts and all in between, through worries that stretched like roads without end, and questions that followed like shadows his friend. But tonight felt softer, the air calm and deep. The sky gave a yawn like it wanted to sleep. The path gave a shimmer, a quiet warm glow. So Leo kept walking, though tired and low. He came to a meadow where fireflies gleamed, like tiny bright stars in a soft glowing dream. They blinked in a rhythm, steady and slow, whispering gently, just go and just go. A smile found Leo, though weary his feet, wrapped around him, silent and sweet. Then into a forest where tall branches swayed, and lullabies lived in the sounds that they made. The leaves softly rustled, a whisper, a sigh, like songs meant for drifting and closing each eye. The trees leaned in close, as if saying it's near, the place you've been seeking is quietly here. He paused for a moment, he listened, he stayed. No rushing, no noise, no demands to be made. For once there was stillness, no push and no pull, just calm settling in, warm and full. He stepped even deeper, his worries grew light. The forest now glowed in a hush of the night, until he found water, a soft flowing stream that shimmered like silver in moonlight's soft gleam. He knelt by its edge and dipped in his hands, the coolness like magic, just as it was planned. It washed off the dust from the path he had known and carried his worries away, one by one. They drifted downstream in a slow, quiet glide, like leaves letting go with the pull of the tide. Lyle breathed deeply, his chest rising slow, feeling more peace than he'd ever known. Across from the stream was a hill soft and wide, with stars waking up in the sky far and high. Each one softly twinkled, a gentle calm sight, like promises glowing in velvet dark night. He climbed with no hurry, no need to be fast, no chasing the future, no holding the past. Each step felt lighter, each breath felt new, as if the whole world slowed down just for you. At last at the top, something waited in view, a place warm and quiet, peaceful and true. A blanket of grass soft under his head, a glow like a fire where golden light spread. The breeze whispered softly, a calm lullaby. The stars blinked slower across the wide sky. Leo lay down, his journey complete. The earth held him gently, steady and sweet. He looked up above and came to understand the journey wasn't just crossing the land. It wasn't the distance or how far he'd roam, but learning to rest and feel finally home. His eyes slowly closed as the night tucked him in, the hush wrapped around him, warm on his skin. The wind softly hummed, the stars dimmed their light as dreams came to carry him into the night. And Leo, who wandered in a quiet little room where the soft shadows lay, a gentle breeze whispered the end of the day. The moon climbed high with a silvery glow, and the world slowed down to a soft, sleepy flow. There in a bed with a blanket so deep lay someone drifting to the edges of sleep. Their eyes grew heavy, their thoughts turned to air as dreams began forming from somewhere not there. Tick-tock, the clock softly chimed, and with each tiny second they slipped out of time. The ceiling dissolved into stardust above, and the night wrapped around them like a warm, quiet glove. Then suddenly, whoosh, without even a sound, they floated away, feet off the ground, through clouds made of velvet, through skies brushed with gold, into a land that no waking eyes could behold. This land was called Luma, where dreamers may roam, a place that feels distant, yet somehow like home. The rivers hummed lullabies soft and low, and trees shimmered gently with a calming glow. The mountains were made of soft glowing light that changed into colors throughout the night. Lavender valleys and sapphire streams, all woven together from whispers of dreams. A fox made of starlight padded nearby, with kind glowing eyes like the evening sky. Welcome, it said in a voice like a song. You've been expected, you've taken so long. They followed the fox down a glittering trail, past lantern-lit bridges and ships made of sail that drifted on air like a slow, quiet sea, carrying dreamers both wild and free. Why can't I come here when I'm awake? They asked as the ground began softly to shake. With music so gentle, it hummed through their feet, a rhythm so calming, so steady, so sweet. The fox simply smiled, its tail swaying slow. This land lives where only the dreamers can go. It hides in the hush when your worries all fade, in the quietest thoughts your heart ever made. They wandered through gardens care. Inside was a room with a bed just like theirs, but softer than clouds and lighter than prayers. The fox turned gently, its voice now a hum. It's time to rest deeper. The morning will come. They lay in the bed in that faraway place, with peace settling slowly across their face. The stars leaned closer, the world grew dim, and sleep folded tighter around every limb. And softly, so softly, they drifted once more through the glowing dreamland, back toward their door. The ceiling returned, the quiet room stayed, and the night held them close in the bed where they lay. The morning would come with its bright busy gleam. Luma would wait just beyond every dream. So close your eyes gently when night calls your name. That faraway land is never the same. It shifts and it shimmers, but always is near, waiting for dreamers to quietly appear. In a quiet little room where the soft shadows lay, a gentle breeze whispered the end of the day. The moon climbed high with a silvery glow, and the world slowed down to a soft, sleepy flow. There in a bed with a blanket so deep lay someone drifting to the edges of sleep. Their eyes grew heavy, their thoughts turned to air, as dreams began forming from somewhere not there. Tick-tock, the high above where silence softly grows, before the light and space we know, there lived a whisper small and bright, a spark not yet a star of light. It flickered once, then twice, then more, awakening from what before was nothing but a quiet dream, now glowing with a gentle gleam. What am I? The spark would say, as it stretched its light each day. You are light, the stars replied. You are warmth, the skies can't hide. You are part of all you see, endless space and mystery. And so the spark began to grow, a shining star with golden glow. It watched the galaxies turn slow, like dancers drifting to and fro. It saw the planets spin with grace, each one held in time and space. Yet deep within it felt a call, a pull that whispered, soft and small. I wanna go, I wanna see what waits beyond this place for me. Then gave a sigh and gently sent it through the sky. The star began its journey far, a glowing, streaking, shooting star. It raced through clouds of silver light, past moons that shimmered in the night, through painted skies of purple hue and cosmic seas of endless blue. Its glow grew strong, its heart grew wide, as wonder traveled deep inside. Each place it passed, each sight it knew, made all its shining brighter too. Then far below, on earth so small, a child looked up and saw it all, a shooting star. They whispered low as sleep began to gently flow. The star felt seen, its light felt true, like everything it dreamed came through. And in that moment, soft and deep, it gave a glow both warm and sweet, a silent wish, a promise bright, to always shine into the night. The child smiled and closed their eyes, drifting into dream-filled skies. And as its journey reached its end, the star grew calm once more again. Its rushing path began to slow, returning to a steady glow. Now in the sky it softly stays, no longer lost, no need to chase. It shines with peace both near and far, a quiet, glowing, resting star. So when you sleep and dreams appear, look to the sky, it may be near, a gentle light that once did roam, now shining softly, safe at home. High above, where silence softly grows, before the light and space we know, there lived a whisper, small and bright, a spark not yet a star of light. It flickered once, then twice, then more, awakening from what before was nothing but a quiet dream, now glowing with a gentle gleam. What am I? The spark would say, as it stretched its light each day. You are light, the stars replied. You are warm, planets spin with grace, each one held in time and space. Yet deep within, it felt a call, a pull that whispered, soft and small, I wanna go, I wanna see what waits beyond this place for me. The universe then gave a sign and gently in a quiet forest where tall trees sigh and silver moonlight fills the sky. All the animals, big and small, prepare for bedtime, one and all. A bunny named Clover, soft and white, hops through the grass in fading light. She twitches her nose, then finds her bed of moss so green beneath her head. Up in the branches, high and deep, an old wise owl won't yet sleep. Her gentle hoots drift far and wide like lullabies on the breeze that glides by a stream that hums a sleepy song. A deer and a fawn stroll along. The little one yawns, her eyes grow tight as she nestles close for the night. A fox with fur of amber bright wraps up his tail in the cool moonlight. He watches stars blink one by one, then dreams begin as the day is done. A squirrel named Pip in an oak so wide tucks acorn safe by his cozy side. He curls up small in his leafy keep and drifts away to gentle sleep. The crickets sing in a soft, sweet tone, a calming rhythm the forest has known. The breeze hums low through branch and leaf, bringing each creature quiet relief. So under the sky with stars that glow, all drift to dreams both soft and slow. The forest rests so calm and deep as every heart falls fast asleep. In a quiet forest where tall trees sigh and silver moonlight fills the sky, all the animals, big and small, prepare for bedtime, one and all. A bunny named Clover in the branches high and deep, an old wise owl won't yet sleep. Her gentle hoots drift far and wide, like lullabies on the breeze that glide by a stream that hums a sleepy song. A deer and her fawn stroll along. The little one yawns, her eyes grow tight as she nestles close for the night. A fox with fur of amber bright wraps up his tail in the cool moonlight. He watches stars blink one by one, then dreams begin as the day is done. A squirrel named Pip in an oak so white tucks acorns safe by his cozy side. He curls up small in his leafy keep and drifts away to gentle sleep. The crickets sing in a soft, sweet tone, a calming rhythm the forest has known. The breeze hums low through branch and leaf, bringing each creature quiet relief. So under the sky with stars that glow, all drifted dreams both soft and slow. The forest rests so calm and deep as every heart falls fast asleep. The day was long with things to do, with busy thoughts that quickly flew from place to place, from sound to sound, with little time to slow things down. But now the night has softly come. The world grows quiet, still and calm. The fading light, the darkening sky says it's time to rest nearby. The breeze is gentle, cool and light. It whispers softly through the night. The world unwinds, the shroom is gone. A peaceful hush is settling on. You lay down slow, your body sighs as all the busy fades and dies. The blanket's warm, the pillow deep, a perfect place to drift to sleep. You take a breath, both long and slow, and feel a gentle calmness grow. Each breath you take begins to ease, like drifting leaves among the trees. Your shoulders drop, your muscles rest. A soothing calm fills up your chest. The weight of day just slips away, like clouds that gently drift astray. Your thoughts that once were loud and fast now slow to shadows that won't last. They float away, they fade from view. No need to hold a single few. quiet stillness, warm and deep, a gentle path to peaceful sleep. The moonlight glows so soft, so bright, a silver glow across the night. The stars above begin to gleam like tiny lights inside a dream. They twinkle slow, they shine so far, each one a calm and quiet star. They seem to say without a sound, rest now, let your peace be found. You start to drift so light, so slow, like floating where soft breezes blow, as if you're on a gentle sea with waves that rock you quietly. Back and forth in steady sway, carrying all your cares away. No rush, no noise, no need to fight, just drifting deeper into night. You're breathing soft, your heartbeat light, everything feels calm and right. Your eyelids close like evening skies as sleep begins to fill your eyes. A dream appears both soft and wide, a peaceful place you drift inside, a meadow bright with glowing light, or floating stars in endless night. Fireflies dance in golden streams, lighting paths of gentle dreams, or clouds that carry you up high across a calm and quiet sky. No worries here, no heavy mind, just ease and rest, so pure and kind. Each moment soft, each second deep, as you fall further into sleep. The night wraps close, so safe, so near, a quiet space with nothing to fear, just gentle calm, so soft, so true, the perfect rest surrounding you. Drifting, drifting far away, where dreams and quiet softly stay, floating free, so light, so deep, as you surrender into sleep. And as the night holds us so tight, and stars keep watch till morning light, you rest within a peaceful key, and drift away to gentle sleep. And drift away to gentle sleep. The night wraps close, so safe, so near, a quiet space with nothing to fear, just gentle calm, so soft, so true, the perfect rest surrounding you. Drifting gentle calm begins to grow. The day was loud, the mind was fast, but now all rush has gently passed. The window hums with evening air. The moonlight paints a silver care. The stars above in silence gleam, inviting you into a dream. You rest your head, your body still. Let go of thought, release all will, and notice softly deep inside your breath that moves just like the tide. In like waves upon the shore, out like waves that drift once more. In so calm, so smooth, so slow. Out, let all your tension go. Your shoulders drop, your muscles ease. Your body settles like quiet trees. Your fingers soften, your jaw unwinds. A peaceful hush fills up your mind. A golden glow begins to rise. A gentle light before your eyes. It flickers warm, both soft and bright. A calming, steady, guiding light. Come follow me, it seems to say, to drift where worries fade away. And without effort, without a sound, you float where peace is always found. You walk through fields of silver grass, where time moves slow and moments pass. Each step you